So what a mad couple of weeks James Charles has had. He's been thrown under the bus by several people close to him. Many different people coming out with different text messages and all that kind of malarkey. Everyone with receipts and tea, as the youth may say. But let's find out what's going on with his tarot. I have decided that, he's a young lad and, this must be hurting him deep. So let's hopefully get some guidance, some information for him and find out what's going on with his future. Where is he going to go from here? I'm also planning to do Jeffree Star and Tati Westbrook as well. So we have the complete picture of the three main people going in. So there'll be other videos as well, so keep an eye out for that. You may want to subscribe to find out more. Keep notifications on. Ding-a-ling-a-ling that bell. It's up to you, So let's get in the zone and find out, shall we? I call upon my angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, and spirit for me to be a vessel for the greatest good for all concerned. For this Celtic cross for James Charles. To bring messages and information for the greatest good for all concerned. Okay, thank you. One more, I've been told. Talk amongst yourselves. Right. Let's find out the first card for the Celtic cross for James Charles. First card for the Celtic cross for James Charles. Ooh. Wow, speaking your truth. Information coming in fast. Enough said there. Crossed by the devil. Interesting. What else we got here? Passion. Institutions. Passion again. Future. The Tower. The overall messages is death. So an interesting time, let's just say. We've got many things going on here for James. Obviously, the truth, information, speaking truth. This is unlike other aces. This happens regardless. This, for example, you have to grab hold and run with it. This is just it just happens. Speaking your truth, information coming out. Now, the devil is an interesting one. I read the devil as the negative thoughts in your head, that I'm not good enough, I'm not great enough, I can't do this, I can't do that because X, Y, and Z and that sort of thing. And I think that's part of that too, but without clarification, which we'll do in a second, it could either be that or actually negative things that he does or is being affected by. Queen of Wands is obviously a passionate person, definitely wants to actually get going and doing things. The Hierophant is all about rules and regulations. It's an institution with rules and regulations. So colleges, universities, work, YouTube has rules and regulations, anywhere like that. So we'll clarify that in a second. Ace of Wands is a new passionate start for things. The Tower, that's quite a dramatic reading there. Fighting, defensiveness, trying to hopes and fears, trying to actually become friendly again and reviewing the situation. But the death card is the most important one before we actually clarify here. The death card is all about rebirth. Okay, it's not necessarily about things of how to describe it. If you get the death card, it's like this whole situation is over. There is no going back. It cannot be brought back. It cannot be reborn. It is now a rebirth. A new thing is coming ahead. So that's quite an interesting and important part there. So let's find out. Can we clarify the Ace of Swords and the Devil card, please? The Ace of Swords and the Devil card, please, for James Charles. Let's find out what's going on here. Dooba 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 doo. 1, so far. Can't tell you much because it didn't flip over. Oh, quick communication. Yeah. Quick movement, quick communication, the Eight of Wands. Knowing his worth. Queen of Pentacles. Knowing the value of everything. I think that's an important thing here, the value of everything. I don't think James actually knows his value, his worth. He comes across as here, even though it's quick communication and quick movement generally, this, I feel like this, even though he's a queen and that kind of stuff in that respect, I don't think he realizes what he's got and what he's doing and where he's going, in the sense of he doesn't know his worth, his value. He comes across, with this card coming up, I don't want to be rude, but he feels like he needs clarification of how good he really is, and he needs someone to actually explain that he doesn't have to do the old, what everybody else does, because he is James Charles. You see what I mean? It's like you're insecure, I think is what I'm saying here, and he needs to feel more in the zone of the Queen of Pentacles. Just for himself, let alone anyone else. Queen of Wands. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle again. Ooh, what tried to come out there? The Emperor upside down. Are these the... Let's try this again. I picked up the cards the wrong way around. Let's try that again. Let's find that. Are we going to edit this now? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands. Editing here on the Greatest Good Tarot. Oh dear, Justice. Oh. Okay. So, many things came out here. First off, Ace of Cups. This is the Holy Grail. This is all about an offer of affection and love. And obviously we've got the Two of Cups over here, so it can level up to that. He's also reminiscing of better times, sweet innocence. I don't think, this is going back to this again, I don't think he realises what he's actually got. He's coming across as, yes, okay, he's got all the gob and got all the mouth and he can flap it as much as he wants. But he comes across as a very insecure individual who's just trying to, love and be loved. The Justice card, balance, but also it can be legal. He's reminiscing of old times. He's reviewing whether or not he can actually possibly do any legal things, but really, is it necessary? Does it matter at this point? Would it cause more issue than it's actually worth? And then obviously the Tower card again, which we'll review in a second. We'll not clarify this. When I read, if it comes up again, this is a footnote to this. We won't find out what this means until we do this one here. So let's do the Hierophant, rules and regulations, institutions, that kind of thing. Can be work, but let's find out. Can we clarify the Hierophant, please? But it's interesting that I'm getting quite a lot of he doesn't know his worth. That's the biggest thing, that he's just a young lad who just wants to live, you know what I mean? And it feels as almost he likes the benefits of it, but he sometimes actually regrets. That's what I'm getting here. He regrets some elements because the limitations that it brings is what I'm getting. Leap of Faith, full card. Self-inflicted mental state. Give and take. There isn't much give and take going on here. And the Two of Cups. I feel like this in particular, especially with the reviewing of everything else, this in particular is like he gave, and so he assumed he could take as well. And not in a negative that sounds quite negative, but it feels for this, it feels as if like, well, okay, I'll, because of the low self-esteem here, okay, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll try and help and do things, and in return, he's almost as if he's trying to buy love. He's almost trying to buy affection. He's trying to, skip the steps and just like get what everybody else gets with those there. He's trying to, and so that's why it's bringing himself into a mental, this is self-inflicted mental situation. There are no knots on those ropes. She could shimmy off those ropes, take off the blindfold, and walk gracefully out of those swords. So this is self-inflicted, and that's what I'm getting with this, is that he doesn't know the rules of the game, in the sense of how do you now find somebody special when you're cut off by most people. You're, be it security, be it behind, backstage of places, but be it whatever it may be, because of the success he has. And so he's tried to find new ways of approaching the basics of, finding love and, appreciation and snuggles and all that rubbish. And so he now doesn't know. That's why he needs the leap of faith to find new rules and ways of doing things. So there's that. Ace of Wands. Can we clarify the Ace of Wands? We're all looking for the Tower, but I think we need to know the backstory before we move on to the Tower and the future, potential future here. Ace of Wands. Victory. Six of Wands. Victory card has come out. So this new... Right. This victory is short-lived. He's come out with his truth, as he likes to call it. Yes, he's come out with like a 40-odd minute discussion piece. But this victory is going to be short-lived. He's going to be defensive again very shortly. This defensiveness, defending his position, is going to come back quite quickly, because at the moment he is in a hollow victory status of the Five of Swords. It's a hollow victory. Nothing beneficial has come from this yet. Let's try the Tower card. Can we clarify the Tower card, please? Can we find the Tower card? The Tower card is basically, it has to be demolished to build new foundations. The foundations are no longer useful, needed, beneficial. So, out in the cold. Out in the cold. This is the end of friendships. This is the end of ways of doing things previously. This is the end of, this is the end. World card, end of a cycle, end of a situation. Moving on. Not happy with these Eight of Cups. I'm feeling with this amount of negative here. Sometimes it's like, okay, I'm now going to find my 9th cup. Wish fulfillment, and like I know where these 8s are, 8 cups, and I can always come back to these if I can't find my wish fulfillment. But this is moving on. This is it completely. Gone. I'm no longer, James Charles is no longer coming back to this position. Done. Happily ever after because of it. But the short term doesn't look great. Also, James is, yes, okay, you could class it as burning bridges, but he's still, this is a short-term victory, because the Seven of Wands are here, and because he still doesn't know what the rules are now of how to find somebody, so he's kind of still here a bit. Yeah, he wants a leap of faith, and he wants, he doesn't know his worth necessarily. He's still, you know what I mean? He's yes, this situation is over. Yes, this situation is, you know, he's moving on from there. But the fundamentals of the situation, I'm sensing, are still around, and there are no clear answers for it. That's what I'm getting. Five of Swords, hollow victory. Can we clarify the Five of Swords, please? Can we clarify the Five of Swords, please, for James Charles? Ooh, that went all the way around. Did you see that? So we've got Temperance, and we've got the Death card. Yep. This is moving on, moving on. No going back, like we said before. The Temperance card is an interesting one. He actually has, even though he's questioning himself and, you know, how to do all this, you know, with his limitations that he has now, how do I move on? The Temperance card actually is, think of it like a cocktail. He's got all the ingredients. He just needs to work out the recipe to actually mix it together. He knows the answer, but he doesn't, if you get me. He needs to play around with this mixture, this cocktail mixture, this recipe, because he's got all the skills and information and the the ingredients, but I don't think he knows that. I don't think he realizes that because of the Queen of Pentacles there. He doesn't realize his worth on a fundamental level. Seven of Wands. Can we clarify the Seven of Wands, please? Defensiveness. Empress. What else we got? Defensiveness with the Empress. What else we got? Ooh, come on. There must be more. Ooh. Keep on carrying on work-wise. More work. Any more? Spy card. Fleeting gossip information. Negative. Quite. Page of Swords is, I find, a rubbish card. I have nothing against him. It's just the fact that he's just gossip and he's spying and people spying on each other and all that kind of rubbish, which is not. It's such nitpicky kind of rubbish there. He is overthinking. This is daydreaming. This can go two ways, right? Because of the page. I don't care what he says out front, you know, in public, but in private, he doesn't know what to do now because of all the gossip information and that kind of stuff. And so he's like, I'm just going to keep on working. Keep my head down, work. But I don't think that's going to reflect on anything. I don't think he's going to understand until he sees it from a different point of view. The Hanged Man. Instead of losing himself in all this kind of paralysis of thought and kind of like handbrakes are on, I don't know where to go because I'm overthinking this. He needs to see it from a different point of view and actually like, okay, how can I take this gossip, this negative, you know, spying and information that, you know, and how can I actually improve myself? Screw everybody else. Don't even worry about like gossip, you know, in YouTube land and all that kind of stuff. Just how can I use this to benefit where I'm going with the Empress, where I, you know, where this is fruitful birthing, you know, this is the pregnancy card in some respects. This is like, okay, this is harvest. This is coming back in, which is the Seven of Pentacles, harvest, reviewing my harvest, reviewing what I've done. So the Two of Cups, hopes and fears, because he does feel lonely. That's the problem. This is the big. He doesn't know his worth, and he's really lonely. Two of Cups, please. Ooh, can we clarify the Two of Cups, please? Can we clarify the Two of Cups, please? So it feels like he's in his own prison of his own making, of his own success. Does that make any sense? He's got to make a choice. The Two of Wands. He's got to make a choice, the Two of Wands, about what he's going to do. And it will bring a passionate argument again, another passionate argument. But I think this one's going to be internal with like his team. Yeah. Yeah, he wants to do the work and keep on carrying on, but also, you know, there's more to life than just work, 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 work. You know, there needs to be balance here, and that's what he wants to get. He wants to actually, you know, find the answer that's got him in this mess in the first place. He wants to know how he can find somebody. That's what he wants. You know, that all that snuggles and all that kind of. How does he approach it if he can't? If he's untouchable? If he's surrounded by, like, his team, so he's untouchable. How can he then find somebody intimate? I don't think that's something that's been brought up that much, especially here, because that's what he's trying to think. That's what he's trying to work. Seven of Pentacles, the potential future. He's reflecting on his harvest. Let's find out. Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. James Charles. Seven of Pentacles. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Yeah. Five of Cups have come out. Yeah. He's going to be focusing on this for a lot. Five of Cups is all about focusing too much on the Three of Cups here. Okay, and he's got the Two of Cups here. He's not focusing on the Two of Cups. He's reflecting on the spilled milk, the friendships lost, the options and possibilities, and the fact that he's lost his way a bit here. He doesn't know how he's now going to achieve the original question. The original answer obviously doesn't work. So now, where is his options now? Where are his possibilities? But he's focusing too much on the spilled milk. He's not focusing on what benefits and possibilities he actually does have in his arsenal. So there's that. So as we always do on the Greatest Good Tarot, are there any more messages for the James Charles spread here? Is there any more messages for James Charles for this spread? Ooh. Fast communication. Knight of Swords. Is there any more? Any more? Balance. Two of Pentacles. Juggling too much. And what else we got here? Oh, of course. Of course it is. The Death card again. So there's going to be more information coming. Knight of Swords, please. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Now, is this going to be communication about how he can now move forward and get the answers he wants and needs? We've got the Emperor. We had the Empress, so the power couple there. Five of Swords again. Five of Swords. We're back here. This hollow victory. More information is going to come out about this hollow victory. There's more. I think this is going to be from an older gentleman, known as slightly wiser gentleman. Two of Pentacles. May not have the big gold bushy beard, but you get the idea. So there's going to be more communication going on here connected to this hollow victory. Two of Pentacles, please. Clarify the Two of Pentacles, please, for James Charles. Two of Pentacles. Oh, it's gone on the floor. We were doing so well. Where's it gone? Three of Pentacles. So we're moving from juggling too much, putting his head down a little bit, to moving on. Now, the Three of Pentacles, it's kind of like the foundations, but not. Fours are foundations. Three, I always use the cathedral outlook. So Four of Pentacles would be like, well, it's not, but I mean, like the fours are foundation, so it would be like the foundation of the cathedral. The three is doing the masonry before you put it into the cathedral wall. That extra artwork that needs to be done before you actually achieve the main thing. So he's leveled up from juggling too much into focusing, carrying on, doing the basic work for this new project. It's not the full-on project, it's the beginning stages for this new project. And can we clarify the death card again, please? Can we clarify the death card, please? So it's a big change, big happenings, keep on carrying on, but sly. People are sly communication, thieves in the night sort of thing there. Seven of Pentacles, which we've had over here again, which is the Five of Cups. Clarified by the Five of Cups, so he's still going to be hurting from this a lot for a long time. And the Ace of Pentacles. An opportunity is going to come from this to make wealth and money and, you know, physical. The Pentacles are physical things, yeah? So it's not emotional, it's physical. It's monetary gain. There's worth there. So yeah, people are still sneaking in the night, thieves in the night. He is reviewing the situation again, obviously. But there are potential opportunities. But like most aces, unlike the Ace of Swords, these aces you need to grab hold and run with. So, yeah. But the fundamental answer isn't done. How does he date? How does he, you know, find someone special with the restrictions that he has now, you know, basically put himself in? So I hope you find this useful and you know, hope you find this interesting. We do dailies, daily readings, monthly readings, mid-monthlies here at Greatest Good Tarot. So please likey, thummy, subscribe, ring that ding-a-ling if need be and want to. And until next time, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.